Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, it's Super Simple Sunday. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by and spend a few minutes with me. Thank you so very much. And today is Super Simple Sunday, so you know what? We're going to keep it super and simple because we are going to be working with scraps and cut-aparts. You guys know that I have been working with the 3-ring notebooks from the Dollar Tree, and you also know that there were a couple that I completely botched. So instead of throwing those out, we're going to take them, turn them into scrap. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to take that scrap and we're going to turn it into some very useful 3x3 sticky notepad holders. And I'll give you just a peek at one of them, and I'll show you the sticky notepad holders up close in just a few minutes. And then we're also going to take some of that same scrap and cut-aparts, and we're going to make some of the sweetest little tags. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here are the super simple Sunday crafts we're going to be making today. We're going to be making these awesome 3x3 Post-it note holders. And on the inside, I have little messages. They are so simple and so sweet. So I'm going to open that one so that you can see. And then we'll open this one so that you can see just simple messages on the inside. I stuck with my bird theme from the cut-aparts, and I love how these turned out. And then I used some of the leftover notebook to go ahead and just turn it into a tag because I had smaller pieces left over that wouldn't make a little booklet, but we can mount a cut-apart to it and turn it into a nice little tag. So here is how we do that super simple Sunday craft. Here is some of the leftover notebook that I showed you in an earlier video where I messed it up. So I decided to use it as pockets, and then I decided to use it as part of the scrap project for this video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to cut it to 3 1/8. And I'm just going to take this and flip it over to the scoring side, and we are going to score this at 3 1/8. And then we'll rotate it to the opposite side and score at 3 1/8. And then I'll just fold and burnish all of those little scores. And as you can see, I have a little tear in this one. I'm not going to let that stop me from using it because I'll be mounting some cut-aparts to the front and to the back. So it's one of those things that you won't really notice. And it's also one of those things that I would keep for myself. So I have my 3x3 sticky note, and I get mine from the Dollar Tree, but you can use 3x3 sticky notes from anywhere. So I'm applying tape to the back because I have found that my glue doesn't do too well with this particular material. So it's tape for me. So then I'll take it and I am just going to place it on the inside like that. And then I'll flip it over and we'll get that nice and stuck. So now we have the front. And for the front, I am going to be working with some 3x3 cut-aparts. And I decided that I definitely want to stay with the bird. So I'm going to put that bird right there. And then on the inside, I think I'm going to go with this. So I am just going to pull out my handy dandy trimmer scoreboard combo. Put this in. And let's trim it. And then I'm going to trim just a little more off. So now I'm just going to take this and put it down to make sure that it's going to fit the way that I want, and it is. So I am just going to go ahead and take some tape, place some tape on the back of my cut-apart, place some tape on this side as well. Then I'll place some tape on the back of the inside cut apart. And now I can peel away that backer. And I'm going to take this cut apart and I am just going to try to get it centered on my book. And don't you think that that is just so stinking cute? So we're going to take this one and we place it on the inside. So I have removed the tape backer. I'm going to take this one and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to get it positioned on the inside, nice and stuck. And now I have my fourth little book in my bird series for my 3x3 Post-it note holders. Now, as I said earlier, the one that had the tear in it, I certainly would keep this one for myself. And these are great for craft fairs. Sell them individually or sell them as a set. Completely up to you. But think about little things like this as well as some of the bigger things that you might be making for your fair. So we're going to make our tag. We're going to take the leftover that we had when we cut this down, and it should already be 3 1/8 inch, and it is. So we're going to rotate it to this side and trim it at 3 1/8 as well. So then I'm going to take my cut apart that says Simply Beautiful, and that's what I'm going to mount. So I am going to use some more of my tape. And we're going to go ahead and place tape on the back. We'll peel away the tape backer and we'll place this down, trying to get it centered. And now I'm just going to take this, using my Crocodile Big Bite, I am going to punch a hole. Then I'm going to take some of my crinkle seam binding, run it through that hole, and then I'll just pull it through. And now we have a nice little tie off for our tag. And I think that's a pretty sweet little tag. So we're going to flip this over. And I'm going to take this bird paper and just put it down, and that way you can write a note if you want. But I wanted to show you guys how I got the bird paper. I have some of those skinny notepads that some of you might have seen me use on the channel. They came from currentcatalog.com. I thought the bird played right in line with my theme, so I decided just to trim away some of that paper and use it as the journaling or writing spot on this. So all I did was trimmed where I wanted. I'm not going to throw this part away because I'll be able to use it somewhere else on another project. So I'm going to take this and I am just going to position it on here just like that. So I'm going to take this. I have added tape to the back. And I'm just going to place it down. And that is some super simple crafting. We now have 2 tags. And I have 4 3x3 sticky note holders, all from scraps on a notebook that I made a mistake on. I decided to take the notebook that was left over and cut it up and turn it into scraps. So if you have one of those happy accidents or those oops when you're crafting, don't throw it out. Set it to the side and come back to it later because you might be able to use it on a future craft, just as I have done here for a sweet, super simple Sunday craft. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this quick and easy way that you can use your scraps. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.